rainwater harvesting, these 6 ponds are now replete with water. And we are also supporting the various government administrations by adopting some ponds. Say, for example, in Haryana, ponds at Palasoli, Tajnagar, Harihera have been adopted by Hyundai, and close to 755,000 tons of water has been sequestrated over the last 3 years. So these are some initiatives wherein we feel that sustainable solutions will not only add value to the society, but will also bring a meaningful forest cover and a long lease of life for the communities coming forward.
Hello and welcome to a very special podcast series, Unusual Suspects. I'm your host, Gaurav Chaudhary. This is a series about unraveling stories of entrepreneurs, investors, and businesses, and of course professionals who are disruptors yet not in your face. Their disruptions have consistently delivered on the purpose and the mission they've embarked on. Their values are as strong as the mission. While they're ruthless in pursuing their ambition, they don't stray from being leaders who are not just admired for the vision and relentless pursuit, but also for how they're building an ecosystem of believers who consistently push the boundaries. They allow principles to take precedence over ad hocism. For them, profitability is as important as scale, creating and leading new categories and innovations. In each episode, I speak to one such leader, talking to her or him or them about their businesses, lives, inspirations, interests, challenges, pivot moments and turning points, successes, careers, and the little joys. It is as much about the personal life stories as about their entrepreneurial and professional journeys. Unusual Suspect streams on Earshot.in, Spotify.com, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Moneycontrol.com, and a host of other podcast streaming platforms. For this episode, I'm delighted to have Puneet Anand, Associate Vice President and Vertical Head, Corporate Affairs, Hyundai Motor India. Welcome to Unusual Suspects, Puneet. Delighted to have you on the show.
Thank you, Gaurav. It's an equal delight for me to be part of this August gathering. And I think I'll be very happy to share some of the experiences and the initiatives which we at Hyundai Motor India have been doing over the last couple of years, especially in the area of providing sustainable mobility solutions.
Absolutely. Let me start off with a basic question. What is Hyundai's vision and mission for creating shared value initiative, CSV initiative? What does it, can you just break it down for us and our listeners?
So I think, Gaurav, first of all, I would say that Hyundai, since the time we have been in India, we've always been following the path of sustainable mobility. Our global vision is progress for humanity. And under this global vision, we have our direction, which is called the direction of continue. That means whatever we do in our various initiatives, those are our long-term objectives, which help us to derive our vision of progress for humanity. And under this, our various CSR initiatives, which are related largely to the development of the society and development of these mobility solutions, are coupled under 3 key pillars: the pillar of earth, the pillar of hope, and the pillar of mobility. And under all these 3 pillars, all our activities, whether it is in terms of mobility, whether it is in terms of community development, whether it is in terms of skilling, whether it is in terms of environment, road safety, and also art and social vertical, all these things are put in this bucket. And that's where, for the last, since 2006, our foundation, which is the Hyundai Motor India Foundation, has been seamlessly working towards the betterment of the society. So we are very happy that we, over the last 20 years, have really added a lot of value in terms of our operations in this country. But I think that's just the beginning of the journey, and there are long paths to progress and long way to go ahead.
Puneet, can you provide some insights into Hyundai's focus on earth, hope, and mobility as key pillars of the CSV initiative?
So I think, as you know, it is very strategic that we have named our pillars as earth, hope, and mobility. And I think recently we just, witnessed on 22nd of April, we had the World Environment Day. We had the World Earth Day. That shows that how strongly the global community is looking at the growth and development of the environment. And that's where our first pillar of earth hopes around. Basically, under this pillar, we are talking of various initiatives like carbon neutrality, waste management, green cover development, forest conservation, waste management, creating positive water bodies. All these initiatives are basically across the various length and breadth of this country, because as India is developing, so are the challenges which we are seeing in the big metro as well as mini metro towns. And therefore, to ensure that our next generation continues to see the benefit of environment, we should start right now by working and investing into these future solutions as far as Earth is concerned. The second pillar is basically the pillar of mobility. Now, that's very important because mobility is something which is our business also. But here we are talking of sustainable mobility. Under this pillar, we are talking of developing community solutions, community development, road safety, traffic safety, supporting various technology platforms, education and upskilling, and at the same time, ensuring that our roads become more easy roads for our commuters to go. That's where the pillar of mobility talks about. And the third pillar, which is very relevant to India, because India is a growing economy and we have lots of differences between the upper strata and the people who are really working very hard. And therefore, our pillar of hope talks about community support, talks about rural development, talks about youth, unemployment, skilling, vocational training, and at the same time, ensuring that we do something known as a competency development so that this youth can really take on the reins of the modern India and take it ahead of becoming a very developed and a leader economy. And that's where I think these three pillars of earth, mobility, and hope really have a lot of meaning for us under our global vision progress for humanity and under our CSV or shared value direction, which we call as continue. That's in brief how our three pillars of CSV initiative are panned out.
Puneet, how does Hyundai's sustainability efforts align with its broader vision for sustainable development and societal impact, Puneet?
I think sustainability is something which is really meaningful. And even if we look that we as a company are also aligned to the United Nations SDGs, those Sustainable Development Goals. Now, when we talk of sustainability, I'll talk about some of the key initiatives we have done, especially in the area of carbon neutrality, waste management, green cover development, and getting the water positive solutions. For example, let me take you to one district in Andhra Pradesh. This is called Kurnool district. Now, Kurnool district is an area where we have very tribal families, which is called the Chinchu tribe. These tribe people don't have any education, they don't have any knowledge, but at the same time, they have big families. And recently, government allotted them some barren land. Around 250 acres of barren land was allotted to them. They never knew what to do with this land. So we took up this initiative, we took up this challenge. We took that 250 acres of land from the Chinchu tribe, and we have taken an initiative of planting 50,000 fruit-bearing trees in those areas, supporting 150 tribal families who have been allotted that land. And over the last 3 years, these would include mango trees, lemon tree, and chiku tree. And by next year, once this area, which was otherwise a very barren land, now it is full of flora and fauna. And by next year, once the crop starts getting produced, not only these farmers or these tribesmen will be able to sell that produce, they will also earn a lot of money by selling these fruits and learning and becoming self-dependent by ensuring that the plot of land which was allotted to them for which had no value, now it becomes their mode of livelihood and also helps them to train the other people. So that's one area where we feel that we have not been able to not only add value to the life, but also skill those rural people in terms of their upliftment. Another example, next to our plant, we have something known as green land, which is OSR land. Now, these OSR lands are basically all barren land, which have got no industrial application. So recently, we took around 12 acres of land around 3 years back, and we have converted it into a forest where we have planted more than 5,500 trees. And over the last 3 years, 15 families who are tribal families around that area have been benefited from those trees, which are native trees. We've also put some 16,000 saplings, which are being now distributed to the nearby community. And that's how, by partnership with these areas, not only we have been able to add value to their life, but at the same time also add lot of carbon sequestration and also ensuring that we have something known as a picnic spot rather than a barren land. So these are some initiatives in which we have also been able to add lot of value to these 165 tribal families. We have also been working very strongly with various administrations on water remanagement. In fact, our plant itself has around 6 ponds, which has the capacity of around 350,000 tons of water. That means that we are water positive for 120 days, even if there are no rains in Tamil Nadu. So by rainwater harvesting, these 6 ponds are now replete with water. And we are also supporting the various government administrations by adopting some ponds. Say, for example, in Haryana, ponds at Palasoli, Tajnagar, Harihera have been adopted by Hyundai, and close to 755,000 tons of water has been sequestrated over the last 3 years. So these are some initiatives wherein we feel that sustainable solutions will not only add value to the society, but will also bring a meaningful forest cover and a long lease of life for the communities coming forward.
Puneet, can you elaborate on the tangible impact of Hyundai's afforestation and water conservation projects, particularly in terms of enhancing livelihoods and promoting environmental sustainability, Puneet?
So, as I just mentioned some time back, those 50,000 trees which we had planted in the area of Kurnool not only brought good value and money to the 250 acre of barren land, but also those 150 tribal family, they have now a very strong sustainable mode of living. The OSR land, which I mentioned in Tamil Nadu, where we have planted, this was a 12-acre land, and where we planted more than 5,500 trees, now have actually become a benchmark for the various communities and also for the government to look at more and more afforestation. So by all these activities, these tribal families have become very respectable families. They have means of livelihood, and also those vegetables and the fruits which they are producing, they are not only selling, but also donating around the locality so that further green cover of the society can be done. In terms of various tangible benefits, I think over the last couple of years, not only we have reduced the carbon CO2 by 1 lakh tons, we are next target by next 5 years, 161.6 lakh tons of carbon will be further reduced through these meaningful associations across our plants in Tamil Nadu and various other areas. We are also working very strongly with the waste management. And that's one area which I'm very excited. Last year, we tied up with the Municipal Corporation of Gurugram, wherein we have adopted a plot of land and we have put something called as an ecogram or a waste management center, where the dry and wet waste from the various societies around that area is coming and it is being fed into the waste generators where we are producing biogas. As of now, we have already produced around 40,000 metric tons of biogas, which is being converted into electricity. And this electricity is being fed back into the system and is serving the poor societies. So not only we are able to reduce the wet waste and the dry waste, but also producing something which is a very circular economy in terms of the welfare of the people. So I think these are some of the areas which we feel that very strongly will bring a lot of meaning to the people. In Tamil Nadu, to become RE100, we have taken various initiatives. Right now, we are close to 65% renewable energy used in our plant. And by 2025, we'll be touching 100% renewable energy. And that we are achieving through use of wind energy. We have put up a 10 megawatt solar plant on the rooftop of our factory, which is also adding a lot of value. And by 2025, once we become RE100, our SDG goal towards the sustainability will be further achieved. So I think that's, our focus, our initiative, and our collaboration with various public-private bodies so that we can bring a change to the lives of the people. That's how we are working on various sustainable initiatives.
Puneet, how has Hyundai's collaboration with local communities and government authorities strengthened its ability to drive positive societal impact through initiatives like afforestation and water conservation?
Gaurav, thank you. I think this is a very, very important question. As we all say, that a single person cannot do anything. Unless and until we don't work as a family, we don't work as a collaborator, we will not be able to achieve our goal. Like in Tamil Nadu, for example, in Tamil Nadu, we are working very strongly with the local government. We are working with the panchayat bodies. We are working with the SIPCOT, which is the land authority. We are working with the government of Tamil Nadu, that is Ministry of Environment and Forest, who are supporting us by allocating all these lands and giving us necessary permissions to do some wonderful plantations over there. Way back in our headquarters, when we are working with the government of Haryana, we are tied up with the Haryana administration, which is the DC office. We are also working with the Municipal Corporation of Gurugram. We are working with the HSVP, which is the Land Authority of Haryana, and all of them have been supporting by providing us various means and approvals so that we can do these activities very easily. Similarly, in Andhra Pradesh, as I mentioned about our agroforestry projects, we have tied up with various village organizations who are part of that Kurnool district, and also with the local MLAs and MPs, and the 150 tribal families who are working along with us through our NGO so that we can add lot of value. So what we want to say is that even though Hyundai or Hyundai Motor India Foundation may have money or resources to work on various initiatives, unless and until we don't get support from all the local like-minded people, it will be very difficult for us to achieve our target goal. And that's why all our long-term initiatives are in fact working along with the government. Recently what happened, Haryana administration wanted to develop a very flagship park, which is called the Leisure Valley Park in Gurugram. It's a very big park, and we took this initiative that over the next 3 years, this park will not only be redeveloped by Hyundai, but we'll also be putting various fountains and various, jogging tracks so that this can again bring back to glory its original life and also becomes a good way of people to bring back their health. So in terms of impact, if the government is with us, the various NGOs are with us, various bodies are with us, and the people are with us, we can do wonders in this area. That's how we are working on collaboration for bringing this positive societal impacts.
What are some of the measurable outcomes achieved by Hyundai through its CSV initiatives, and how do these contribute to the company's overarching goal of creating shared value? Puneet?
Gaurav, again, I must say, because unless and until we don't have an objective, all these activities will not have any bearing fruits. Now, if you recall, Hyundai has taken globally an target that we will be net carbon neutral company by 2045. That's applicable to all the Hyundai subsidiaries across Korea and also the rest of the world, which includes Hyundai Motor India, which we represent. Therefore, under this target of 2045, as I said, that our plant is already at 65% usage of renewable energy, and our target is to reach 100% renewable energy use by 2025. We have already developed 6 ponds through rainwater harvesting in our factory. That means that for 120 days, we are totally independent of ourselves, even if there is no supply from the municipal. So we are highly independent of all these vagaries of the environment. As I mentioned, that through our ecogram, we have already converted waste, which is a capacity having 7 tons of waste every day. We have produced around 40,000 metric tons of biogas and equivalent of electricity. In fact, 4 lakh kgs of waste has been recycled to make these 40,000 tons of biogas in the last 2 years at our ecogram center. In terms of our ponds in Haryana, 255 million liters of water has been sequestered, and now these ponds, which were otherwise dry ponds, are now full of water, and also a lot of trees have been planted around that areas, which helps us to maintain a very good ecosystem. 10 megawatt rooftop solar plant already in operation for last 3 years in our factory. 350,000 tons of rainwater already harvested in our factory. 1 lakh tons of CO2 over the last couple of years we have already saved, and our target is to further reduce 1.6 lakh CO2 tons by next 5 years. These are some statistics which really give us a lot of meaning. And since we are committed to the society, we are also committed to the environment and SDG goals. We are committed to the India's future of carbon neutrality by the Honorable PM, which is 2070. So we are sure that by all these means, we'll be able to bring a lot of meaning and value to the people. But at the same time, as I said in the beginning, it is just the beginning of the fight. And I think we have to go a long way ahead. And the government of India is also supporting. They are bringing a lot of policies, even in terms of various fuel. EV is becoming very important. So we are focusing on electrification. We are working on charging infrastructure. We are also looking at future of flex fuels, hydrogen. So all these are meaningful initiatives from Hyundai for creating a very developed society.
And finally, Puneet, looking forward, how does Hyundai foresee its sustainability initiatives contributing to broader societal and environmental objectives? Puneet?
Gaurav, as I mentioned, that our focus is progress for humanity and our direction is continue. So most of these projects which I'm talking about are not short-term projects. They're all long-term projects. So we have our vision very set forward. We are here to serve the society. We are here to serve the people. We are here to work wonders for the nation, for our country, and for the world, and for the humanity. And that's where our focus is, as I mentioned, first, 2045 carbon neutrality for HMI operations. Along with that, 100% RE by 2025, which is another goal. At the same time, working towards electrification and future mobility solutions, which will include new technologies like flex fuel and hydrogen. That's another initiative. We have already announced an investment of 32,000 crore over the next 10 years in India of developing modern power plants, modern powertrain, and also modern products in terms of the sustainable mobility. And also we are working very strongly with the government to ensure that we are meeting all the norms and the targets set by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and also the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of MOPNG, which is Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, so that we can really achieve a seamless accreditation of all our mobility solutions for the development of this society. And these activities, these initiatives will not stop. They will continue. We'll keep on investing in these resources. We'll continue to expand our geographies also. As of now, we are working in 25 states of this country. Our healthcare initiatives, which is the telemedicine centers, which is towards basically mobility. We are now already at 35 telemedicine centers in 7 states. We are now putting mobile medical units. We are also ensuring that healthcare access should come nearer to the masses, especially in the rural areas where people don't have the money and the resources to go to big hospitals. And over the last couple of years, these telemedicine centers, mobile medical units, our initiatives like Be the Better Guy, Dhyan Do campaigns, Drive for Progress programs, Wheels, Library on Wheels, all these initiatives are long-term initiatives and they will continue to work for the betterment of the society.
Thank you so much, Puneet, for sharing a deep insight and perspective and also taking the time out to drop by to have this conversation with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav. It has been great and look forward to working towards the society along with you and also looking forward to a lot of good feedback from all the audiences so that we can continue our initiatives towards sustainable mobility.
Thank you so much.